Time to get physical to supersize your business. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. Welcome to day 152 of our Supersize Your Business Annual Challenge. Let's talk about this and let's go. We're moving into a brand new area of the 9-part life framework that I share and we're sharing in the challenge this year. Physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, financial, relationships, contribution, communication, and confidence. Well, it's a 7-part life framework, but during the pandemic, I made pivots and changes just like everyone else, and I was in a coaching program during that time period and added some core skills like communication and confidence to my own personal life framework that I use, because I think that they are foundational skills and they have definitely enhanced and helped me to get better results than before I had added them. So I keep them in and I share them in the annual challenge. So today we're switching gears from mental health and well-being all last month, mental May, to physical June. It's June in my neck of the woods, summer for us. So I think it's a great time to be more physical and more active. So we're only going to do 2 things today. The first thing we're going to do is define physical health and well-being for your business, for yourself. Only you can define that and set the example for the rest of your organization. And secondly, you're going to rate your organization on physical health and well-being. Now, this is a little different than our bodies. For the Supersize You Annual Challenge, we rated ourselves on energy, which can also apply to our business. So let's rate ourselves on a scale of 1 to 10. 1 being almost dead stop, 10 being supercharged, super energetic, like the Energizer Bunny on, I don't know, speed or something. I don't even think they call it that anymore. Anyway, I'm obviously old and inexperienced in the ways of illegal substances. So today, energy. I think that applies to everything because everything is energy. So let's do energy. Then we're going to do our physical, anything physical about our facilities, our buildings, where we work, people's offices, anything physical about our business, scale of 1 to 10. Depending on the type of business you've got, you may have a lot that falls under this category, and you can break that down however you want, but rate it so that you can get an overall rating. Because what we're going to do is we're going to merge all these together and say, this is our starting point. So physical buildings and everything. Maybe you want to consider your organizational structure as something physical, because you should have an org chart or a responsibilities chart. State of your processes. Now, this should come under communication, and I don't know if anyway, it should come under communication, but it can also come under physical, because the truth is, if our physical ducks aren't in a row, everything else falls apart. If we don't have things physically set up to support us, then they're draining our energy, and we struggle in ways that we don't even need to struggle. Excuse me, my throat is really cloggy today. So we're going to assess how our physical health also affects our business, because the truth is, the speed of the pack is determined by the speed of the leader. Leaders go first. I just told somebody that yesterday because they were struggling with something and being a leader and going through a transformation. And I'm like, it's hard because you go first. Leaders go first and set the example for the rest of the people in the organization. So we're going to look at our ability to focus, look at us as a person and give us a rating on the scale of 1 to 10, but also look at our organization, anything physical about our business, our company, our structures, our systems, our infrastructure. I've worked in a lot of offline physical businesses, and so those are easy for me to do. It's the online digital businesses that are a little bit harder, but it's your microphones, your computers, your cell phone, your laptop, it's your phones, it's your systems, it's whatever you use and do to do the business the way you do it. That's why you have to come up with the number. So what are we going to do to share today? We're going to share our you don't have to share your definition, but I think I would if I were you, because it helps others to learn and grow as well. What is your definition for your organization of physical health and well-being? To me, things like I've got my insurance and my emergency action plans. I've got my systems documented. I do an annual review. Our physical location and where we work and where we do things could use an upgrade, AKA my recording area. Could definitely use an upgrade. It will get one. I've been saying that for 6 months, but it will get one. Maybe this month it will get one. I shouldn't say maybe. How about if I commit to, there we go, that's mine. this month, my recording area will get an upgrade. New backdrop, new everything. I do have brand new lights that I've got one. I'm using one. I have to get the rest of them hooked up. And I got a new ring light because I broke mine. I'm always breaking ring lights. They're like disposable to me. That's a physical thing, right? So share in the comments below your overall organization's rating on a scale of 1 to 10. 1, totally in the toilet. 10, awesome. Couldn't get any better. You're going to continually improve a little because we're always continually improving. But so far, you think that you've got an absolute ultimate setup. Guess what? If you do, we might ask you to share so we can learn from you because we want to role model the best. I'm definitely not a 10 with respect to physical setup of my business right now because I am transitioning and going and using different platforms and things. It's not an excuse. It's just where I'm at in the process. So that's it. I'm going to keep it short today. If I can help in any way, if you have any questions about this, if you're not sure if something should be considered physical or not, if you're not sure how to rate yourself on physical, hit me up. I guess I could cover, we did energy, exercise, pain or discomfort level, sleep quality, fitness level, nutrition quality. Those are the 6 things we looked at. And then, or is that 7? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 6. But you can identify how many ever criteria you want, because what you're going to do is you're going to take the average of that, and that's the score you're going to write down a report. So if I say I'm a 7 for energy, a 3 for exercise, etc., then I'm going to add that up and divide by how many ever number of elements I put in there. So if you're super complicated and like to complicate things and do sub-elements, you decide how you're going to do that. Just get a number, one plain number to report between 1 and 10 before the end of the day. All right. If you need help, ask. Otherwise, have an awesome day. Let's go. Bye. See you tomorrow. Maybe if I can shut off my